information communication technologies is inducing a global change, and this change is affecting nations, businesses, individuals, and the society at large. Welcome to Tech TV. We are here at the Nigerian eGovernment Summit 2025 with the theme Public-Private Partnership for Effective eGovernment Solutions. We have players from the various sectors of the economy here. We've also had insightful keynotes, panel discussions, and of course, exhibition. I'm Don Pedro Agambi. Stay with us.
In a bold step toward accelerating digital transformation, the 7th Annual Nigeria eGovernment Summit 2025, with the theme Public-Private Partnership for Effective eGovernment Solutions, organised by DigiServe Network Services, in collaboration with the Association of Telecoms Companies of Nigeria, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and the Nigerian Communications Commission. The summit set the stage for critical dialogue on harnessing technology to enhance governance. Convener of the summit, engineer Lanre Ajayi, emphasized the power of collaboration in fast-tracking Nigeria's digital economy, highlighting the role of synergy between public institutions and private innovators.
What I've seen today, the emphasis I've seen is the emphasis people have seen between the connected and the unconnected. People have recognized that a lot of rural areas are still unconnected, and there are so many solutions that have been provided on how we can get them connected. And we are going to document that and send those recommendations to government to enable them. For example, someone used Edo as a good case study. He mentioned that Edo is properly connected and one of the best connected states in the federation, and he told us the strategy they used. So those kind of strategies can be copied by other states. So that's a big takeaway. We realize that government cannot do it alone, and in fact, and also the private sector cannot operate without the government. So we believe that the only way we can make progress is to get the two parties together, government and the private sector. They need to collaborate, to work together to ensure that we drive the e-government initiative.
Also in attendance were high-level representatives from state governments, including Lagos, Edo, Cross River, Nasarawa and Kogi, all signalling a united front in embracing e-government initiatives across the country.
Today, our metro fiber system is a public-private partnership project that has driven connectivity to various areas in the city. Areas like Adimosho and Ikorodu now have fiber optic connectivity that is enabling some technological developments. When you see the likes of innovation hubs in Ikorodu now, see innovation hubs in Adimosho and Agege, that is as a result of the robust connectivity that is not available. That is only possible through public-private partnerships. In Lagos today, we are also partnering with the private sector in many e-government initiatives, in digitizing our workflows today, in making sure that we have a robust enterprise architecture to protect citizen data and to make sure that all our services are efficient and adequately protected.
I think it's a fantastic step towards, having an e-government ecosystem in the entire country. It's so far key stakeholders are here. We've been having certain deliberations, healthy deliberations as well, and constructive ones. So, it's been great. It's been great so far. ICT in Edo State is, in the context of Nigeria, is quite ahead and requires a lot more supports, continuity. It means that we can actually, there's a lot to build on. As far as fiber optic infrastructure is concerned, Lagos State stands at about 8,000 kilometers of fiber, while Edo State is at 5,000.
This year's topic and the theme for discussion is very, very key, talking about the private and the public-private partnerships and driving e-government adoption in Nigeria. And I was a lead speaker in the panel and talking about development of information infrastructure, telecom infrastructure, which is the precursor for e-government adoption. Of course, talking about e-government, without internet, without broadband connectivity, there's nothing like e-government. And so developing the telecommunications infrastructure is very key. And there's no way the government alone can drive this.
The summit featured thought-provoking keynote addresses, dynamic panel sessions, and in-depth conversations aimed at reimagining service delivery through digital solutions.
Well, like I mentioned, we're impact focused, right? So that means we're human centric. We believe that connectivity is really a development tool. I mean, that's what we're here today talking about, right? Digital infrastructure connectivity. So we believe that it's not only a development tool, but it's actually a basic human right, right? If you're not connected today, you basically don't exist, right? So that's what we do. We focus on renewable energy. We focus on digital literacy, right? Digital skills, empowering women, especially in the rural and marginalized communities. We also provide affordable mobile services, data, and the likes, yes. I think it's really good. I think events like this, when you have different stakeholders come together, the government, the private sector, the youths, the women, when you have a representation of society, right? You can really talk about it, but even better, if you listen to the panel sessions, what were people talking about? They were talking about partnerships. How can we collaborate? Because they realize that we can't solve the problem alone, right? So a lot of the impact, that's taken from this is collaboration,
For me to participate here today is pretty straightforward, because in order to do that, both to develop my own business and develop the ecosystem, is doing that together with both a combination between private and public. And I think this event has been held about 5 to 6 times before, and I do see a lot of progress, both on the public side and the private side, a lot of investment coming in. And more importantly, this partnership between private and public is so important for all of us.
It's been enlightening. So it's one of those events that you come to and you know that whatever conversations you're having on the stage or wherever, something is going to come out of it because the critical stakeholders are present, the policymakers, the private sector, the public sector. It just makes sense that the critical decision makers are in the same room and everybody is airing their opinions, and that, sooner or later, things are going to change. For every economy, every nation really, you necessarily need that collaboration to happen. If it's not happening, then something is wrong somewhere, because the government can't do it alone.
I'm surprised to see the caliber of people and the businesses that have been involved in this event. It has, in other words, exceeded my expectations. I love the level of interaction. I think we are dealing with the topical issues that we need to be talking about. And I am very satisfied. I'm very impressed with the level of organization and the caliber of people who are attending.
Definitely, the need for digital transformation in Nigeria is immense, and we're not even scratching the surface yet. We as infrastructure builders, we can see the immense opportunity. We can see that the government cannot do it alone. We're ready to partner with the government. We're ready to bring in some funds. And so it's a good forum for us to meet with the government and say, okay, what do you have in mind? And we share notes and compare how we're going to move forward in this digital transformation journey. I think we have a long way to go, but the opportunity is immense. Like we all know, the mobile penetration in Nigeria is the biggest in Africa, one of the biggest in the world. The usage of internet is so immense. The reason why Elon Musk came to Nigeria first before any other African country. So the opportunities are there. It needs to ride on an infrastructure, and that infrastructure needs public-private partnership. And also, of course, e-government is another factor that would drive all of this initiative. And so I think all hand-in-glove initiatives and very key discussions we're going to be having here today.
I've been privileged to attain the last 3 consecutive eGovernment. And I think this is an eye-opener where you have the industry, you have a mix of both the industry and the government and all the key players bringing solutions and ideas to how to solve or how to push the narrative of the digital economy in Nigeria. So I think today is having different ingredients. Every year it has some sort of new infusion of new things, new ideas. This time around, it is not government, states against the other party or industry driving. It is a fusion of partnership that can take us to El Dorado in this industry. And I think this generally cut across all the infrastructure divides. So in the digital infrastructure part, it is the only way to go. The government, with the policy, with the enabling environment, the regulatory and others, the expertise, core expertise, that's what they know, and probably the money bag. The fusion of the three, nothing can beat it. So I think this is the right time that we keep to put this narrative so that we can take the country forward by driving e-government and all other digital activities.
E-governance is powered by internet. And here at CON, during the goodwill message I delivered for the president, we looked at it as a pivotal platform to be able to discuss all of those things and ensure that one of our rules is to ensure we remain the force behind making sure that whatever is discussed is brought to fruition. For example, many of the things that were that lady was being asked was really centered about trust, which the commissioner from one of the states actually also emphasized. And for this administration so far, they've been able to follow through with what the last administration did, and that gave back to the NDPC. Fortunately, I was with the commissioner, the National Commissioner for NDPC last week in Abuja, and they reiterated that the government, as it were today, is very interested in moving forward initiatives.
It's the only way to go. Public-private partnership is the only way to go. Government alone cannot do this when it comes to infusing the right investment, and then together they are able to deliver service to the general populace in terms of efficiency, in terms of effectiveness, and then of course digital inclusion for Nigerians. You know, with the right policy, government formulating policies, and the right investment coming from the private sector, I think that's the only way we can develop our infrastructure.
As Nigeria charts a course toward a smarter, more efficient public sector, the 2025 eGovernment Summit stands as a rallying point where policy meets innovation and the future of governance is digitally redefined.
This is the most animated conversation ever.
Wow, we hope you found this week's edition quite useful and informative right here on Tech TV. It's been the 2025 Nigeria eGovernment Summit holding right here in Lagos. Experts from various sectors of the economy have all explored how collaboration can power Nigeria's tech economy. I'm Don Pedro Agambi, same time, same station, will be back next week. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel now showing on your screen. I'll see you next time.